I could not recommend this more to anyone. Hello guys, welcome back to my channel, or if you're new, my name's Lucy, and on this channel I share all kinds of tips about personal development, spirituality, and how to become the best version of you. In today's video, I'm going to be sharing with you what happened to me when I practiced breathwork for 7 days straight. If you've ever felt anxiety, emotional pain, overwhelmed, stressed, then keep watching, because I feel speechless at how effective breathwork was to help with all of those things. What is breathwork? Breathwork is kind of a very broad blanket term. The guided breathwork practice that I followed in both of these two videos, which I will link below, it's a 2-step inhale followed by a 1-step exhale. So they guide you to place one hand on your stomach, on your abdomen, one hand on your heart, and then with your mouth open, you take an inhale into the stomach first, then into the chest, and then a full exhale. So in normal speed, it would sound something like this. I noticed straight away after my first go that I felt euphorically high. I was feeling tingling across my hands, through my whole entire body. And I've heard that it is because this special type of breathing technique helps you to shift and move energy in your body, helps you to sort of almost like unhook yourself from old negative energy that needs to leave your body. We all have felt pain, right, at some point in our lives, emotional pain, physical pain. And often in the modern day world, we don't have practices and techniques to help us to let go of that pain. And so a lot of emotional pain can be stored in the body, in the energy body. This can either manifest into real pains and ailments, or, it can just lead to you feeling like you can never take a full breath, like you constantly have this niggling bit of anxiety. These kinds of feelings can be connected to the fact that there might be some stagnant negative energy, some pain even, that is being stored within your energetic body and hasn't yet been released. So this process of breath work helps you to release that old unwanted energy. And that, I believe, is why every experience can be so different. Day 1 of my 7 days of breath work, I felt awful. I felt so emotional. I had a really, really, really big, good cry. After the cry, I felt so much lighter and so much better. It's amazing because I didn't even know that I was feeling particularly sad. I didn't realize that I had been carrying quite a lot of stress and anxiety in my body. And after this first day 1 session, I felt like a huge weight had been lifted, and all of this stuff that had sort of been trapped in my body was now released. So even though it was a real emotionally and energetically draining, but kind of in a good way, experience, I felt so pulled to do it again the next day. And that was when I made the decision in my head that I was going to do this for 7 days. The next day was a similar experience, slightly less extreme, but I found myself crying at the point in the video when she says to cry. During these 7 days, another symptom that I felt was literally, I felt this energy boiling up into my head. Like, you know, if you ever hold stress or anxiety, for me, I feel like it's around here in my chest. And then I felt like that same feeling was rising up behind my eyes, which was quite an uncomfortable experience that I'm not used to. But certainly because I was just embracing this process. And another thing is that in these videos, they ask you to repeat to yourself, it is safe to breathe, it is safe to let go, so that, you know, as you're going through that bubbling up of emotions, you can keep going to a point where then they come out of you. And then it reaches a point in the video where they guide you to make noise, scream, cry, laugh, whatever you want to do, move your body if you want to release this energy. And I really enjoyed shaking my arms, shaking my legs. It really felt like, you know, if you have like cobwebs on you or something and you just want to shake them off and wipe them off your body. I felt like it had all risen up. It was prickling on my skin, and it was time to shake off this unwanted old energy that had arisen from the depths of my body. Then as day 3 and day 4 came along, I was already feeling so much in a better mood when I was just getting out of bed to start my day, like an unusually good mood. And so then when I stepped into the breathwork session on day 3 and day 4, I just felt so good. It was almost like I was addicted to this cleansing process. I couldn't wait to feel lighter again. When you look forward to brushing your teeth because of how fresh your mouth is going to feel, or you look forward to jumping in the shower because of how fresh your body's going to feel, it was that same kind of feeling where I was looking forward to another daily cleanse. So day 3 and day 4, I felt particularly calm, peaceful, happy, fun. I ended up doing all sorts of funny dancing and messing around that day. And I also felt a huge pull to connect to nature, to go outside, to sit in my garden. And I actually had an incredible experience on, I think it was day 3, connecting to all of my ancestors. Day 3. Oh my goodness! I feel high. I feel high as a kite. I feel, but like, so grounded. Never want this to end. I couldn't bring myself to talk after day 1 or day 2, but today's experience was so beautiful. You know, often, I don't know if you guys can relate to this, but I feel like when I think about where my consciousness is or where my thinking happens, it's up in my head, right? Maybe for obvious reasons, because my brain's up there and my eyes are seeing the world from that point of view. But today, the core of me was leading the way and feeling and guiding. And this was like under my heart, above my stomach, my solar plexus, I guess. That part of me was thinking more loudly than my brain and was just saying, let's spend some time outside. And maybe that was a moment where I was able to hear my inner being. It was able to speak up louder than, you know, all of the rubbish chit chat that goes on in the brain, and managed to clear that chatter. And it suddenly cleared a way for me to be able to hear my inner being. That inner being just knows. It's like he's looking out for the best for the both of us and just knows what's best for me. It's pulling me towards what feels good. I fully trust this feeling. So that was a really nice experience to connect to my inner being like that. I'm gonna practice connecting, you know, ideally every moment of every day to that feeling and to that guidance system. Because I hear so much about how, you know, you should listen to your inner being, listen to your inner guidance system. And that sounds really great, but I was like, okay, but how? I think I asked the how question this morning, actually, and then within the hour I found out. So I was guided to go outside, and then I was stood there on the grass, my fingertips rubbing together, because the feeling of my fingertips to fingertips was like, it was like a fresh new feeling, like I'd never felt it before. Like the sensation of the skin was just so fascinating. I think just because I was so in the present moment, I was able to pick up on these things which I often miss. And I also had this, not ringing in my ears, but this whole new like access to hearing more. And I closed my eyes. This was crazy. I closed my eyes and I just suddenly could picture this, what looked like an army in a triangular formation. And I just knew that all of these people were my ancestors. I could just see like the whole family tree dating back hundreds of years. And they were all stood there facing me on both sides, my mum and my dad's sides. All looking at me, kind of grey, quite serious expression. And I just felt, again, being guided by my inner being. I just said to them all, it's okay. We can be at peace now. We feel no more pain. It's okay, you can let go. Your work is done. And I just felt like maybe it was a message that some of my ancestors needed to hear. And then, at this point, I had this real moment of like realization that not only could I see there was, this triangular formation of people that was leading to me, but then I pictured behind me another triangular formation of my descendants that will follow me, like my future children and children's children and great grandchildren. So it was like I was at the center, almost of like, if you can picture an hourglass that's lying on its side on the ground, right? So one side of the hourglass was all of my ancestors from before me. Then there was me at the center, and then stemming the other way from me was all of my descendants. And I just suddenly felt this purpose that extended beyond my lifetime. That I had this understanding that what I do in this lifetime, and most importantly, like the energy that I let go of, maybe the ancestral struggles or curses or energy that I let go of, are not only going to make my life easier and better and happier, but are also going to affect all of my descendants, people who will live on planet Earth in 400 years time from now. Hey guys, by the way, if you're watching your family archives and you happen to be able to still watch YouTube in the year 2400, lovely to meet you. Your great grandmother loves you so much and is so proud of everything that you're doing. And my energy runs through you. My love surrounds you always. Because you're my baby's baby. Look at me connecting to my great grandchildren. After this experience, I have fallen in love with breathwork, and I'm speaking to so many people. I have people reaching out to me on IBIZA asking me for advice to answer their questions, and one of the things that I'm including as a piece of advice for almost everybody that I'm speaking to at the moment is that they give breathwork a go, because oftentimes the reason why people are struggling or feeling stuck or feeling concerned or worried is because there's something, it's causing something inside of them to feel uneasy, negative, scared, worried, and often that fear stems from something in the past, and it's, we no longer need to carry that with us everywhere. So if you feel inspired to give this a go, just to see how much lighter you could feel. Maybe some of you are feeling stressed, overwhelmed, anxious at the moment, in which case this could be a wonderful release for you. Or even if you're feeling totally tip-top, strong, powerful and amazing, you could be shocked at what could leave your body to create space for even more blessings. So if you found this video at all interesting, make sure to give it a thumbs up. If you'd like me to do more videos on the topic of breath work, do let me know. And before you go, make sure to hit the subscribe button and ring my bell so that you never miss another video. Thanks for watching, guys. Until next time.